antivirus software, blocks suspicious websites, and stops hackers before they can do any damage. A healthy dose of skepticism when opening emails or clicking links doesn't hurt either. But for the antivirus help you need, I trust and recommend Total AV. They update you in real time, keeping you protected from the latest threats. Go to protectwithkim.com now and get Total AV for just $19 for the first year. It covers up to 5 devices, including Windows, Macs, and smartphones. That's protectwithkim.com. Don't wait until it's too late. Your security matters. Get protected now. Go to protectwithkim.com for my exclusive deal with Total AV. Just $19 for the first year. That's protectwithkim.com. Protectwithkim.com. Protectwithkim.com.
I'm John Tesh, and coming up, I have the real secret to making a good first impression. I'll explain why experts say people size us up just by the way we say hello. Next, in today's Intelligence for Your Life Minute.
This weekend, only at Macy's, it's our lowest prices of spring. How low? Diamond rings, pendants, and earrings, only $399, originally $1,500. Ninja blenders, now $89.99. And $395 men's designer suits, only $99.99. So if you're wondering why you should shop Macy's lowest prices sale, well, the name pretty much says it all. It's our lowest prices for one weekend only. Going on now at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
All right, when it comes to first impressions, according to the Journal of Voice, our voice carries just as much weight as our looks. So here's how to use your voice to your advantage. First, pay attention to the pitch of your voice. When we're in a tense situation, like a job interview, stress will tighten vocal cords, making your voice come out strained. So before heading into a stressful situation, warm up your vocal cords by humming. Then transition to opening your mouth and saying, ah. The sound you hear is the natural pitch of your voice. And then you'll sound likable if you smile when you speak, even on the phone. Smiling raises the soft palate, making the voice more fluid. And then, speaking loudly, like I do a lot, can make us seem more unstable or even obnoxious. A moderate tone sends the message that you're confident and know what you're talking about. Like that. I'm John Tesh with today's Intelligence for Your Life Minute.
Whether you're a homeowner, investor, or first-time buyer, understanding our market is essential. Here to provide a little insight on the local real estate market is May Graves.
Hi, May Graves here, realtor in the Sequim and Port Angeles area. How do realtors determine what buyers will potentially pay for your home? We use a variety of methods. One is called a CMA, or comparative market analysis, where we compare similar homes that were recently sold that are similar in age, size, location, and condition. We also consider things like seasonality and supply and demand. If your neighborhood usually sells 2 to 3 homes per month and there are 10 on the market, you can see how prices may have to come down. The opposite is true. If your neighborhood typically sells 2 to 3 homes per month and there are none on the market, you're in a great position to sell for top dollar in a hurry. If you want more information, call me, May Graves, 360-461-1922.
From the Strait to the Sound, Newsradio KONP, Port Angeles Sequim, is celebrating 80 years serving our community.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. There were more questions than answers at a hearing today in the case of the Maryland man mistakenly deported by the Trump administration and taken to a prison in El Salvador, including efforts by the judge to bring him back to the U.S.
A lawyer for the Justice Department said he needed more time to answer what the judge called basic and straightforward questions. Where is Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and what is the government doing to get him back? Judge Paula Sinise said the Supreme Court has now spoken quite clearly about the need for the administration to provide details on its efforts. She's ordered daily written updates, saying at this point she's seen no evidence that anything has been done to facilitate the man's return. It's a fact she called extremely troubling. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News at U.S. District Court in Greenbelt, Maryland.
After backing down on reciprocal tariffs for most countries, President Trump hiked levies on Chinese goods, now set at 145%. China, in turn, raised tariffs to 125% on U.S. imports and has not reached out for talks. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the president is open to talks with China's leader and remains optimistic, but she didn't explain his optimism.
I'm not going to comment on communications that are happening or may not be happening, or either way. We'll leave it to our national security team to get these discussions underway.
Stocks rebounding, meantime, a bit on the last day of trading. A family of 5 from Spain, along with the pilot of a helicopter, killed in yesterday's crash. That aircraft went down in the Hudson River near New York City. ABC's Aaron Katersky has more on the family.
Agustin Escobar was an executive with the international technology conglomerate Siemens. He was here, we're told, on a business trip, and his family joined him to celebrate his wife's 40th birthday, and it would have been the 8-year-old's birthday today.
The NTSB says the cause of the crash is under investigation. Divers are searching the river for remaining parts of the wreckage. You're listening to ABC News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare, and I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-515-1771. That's 800-515-1771. 800-515-1771.
U.S. and Iranian officials set to meet tomorrow for high-level talks on a nuclear deal. President Trump pulled out of the Obama-era Iran nuclear deal during his first term in 2018. Former Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman helped negotiate it and says she's not clear what the White House wants out of these discussions.
If they want the full dismantlement of Iran's nuclear program, Iran politically, in terms of its internal politics, can't say yes to that. And anything less may not be good enough for President Trump.
Measles cases on the rise in 24 states nationwide. The CDC showing there are more than 700 confirmed cases. The majority of those cases in Texas, according to health officials.
Texas is now reporting over 540 cases of measles, an increase of over 30 since Tuesday, with over 50 patients in hospitals. All except 10 cases are unvaccinated or have unknown vaccination status. 2 unvaccinated school-age children in Texas with no other medical issues have died.
ABC's Chuck Sievertson. Prosecutors, along with defense attorneys for former CEO Abercrombie & Fitch's Michael Jeffries, submitted a letter to court today telling the judge that the 80-year-old is suffering from dementia and is not competent to stand trial on sex trafficking charges. He pleaded guilty to charges back in October, not guilty. There's word of a possible layoffs at Google. Reports that the tech giant is laying off hundreds of workers. Michelle Franzen, ABC.
Your community-minded friends at First Fed bring you the Community Corner, highlighting good things happening right here in our area.
Do you have building or remodeling supplies left over from a recent project? Why not donate them to the NPBA for this Saturday's Future Builders Surplus Sale at the fairgrounds? If you have extra doors, windows, bricks, paint, and other building and remodeling supplies, the MPBA would greatly appreciate your donation. Drop off your leftover supplies Thursday and Friday this week at the fairgrounds or by calling the MPBA office 452-8160 to arrange a drop-off. That's 452-8160. And if you're looking for a great deal for your next project, don't miss the Future Builders Surplus Sale this Saturday at the fairgrounds. From noon to 3, the annual surplus sale offers deep discounts on building supplies while raising funds for the NPBA Future Builders Program. See you Saturday at the Clallam County Fairgrounds.
Community Corner, presented by First Fed.
KONP News brought to you by RE/MAX Evergreen Real Estate. Outstanding agents, outstanding results. 457-6600. The manhunt continues in Sequim after that Wednesday afternoon bank robbery at the Kitsap Bank branch there. Police say a masked man armed with pepper spray demanded cash and fled on foot with an undisclosed amount of money. No one hurt. The investigation is continuing. They believe the suspect may have escaped in a nearby vehicle. They are going over surveillance video still and interviewing more witnesses. We've posted photos of the suspect now at our website, myclallamcounty.com. Clallam PUD warning residents of a scam after a man posing as a utility worker took a customer's credit card while at a home in Diamond Point. Officials remind residents PUD employees never collect payments in the field.
Here's your Newsradio KONP forecast, brought to you by Olympic Game Farm. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times this afternoon, with daytime highs approaching 50. Winds out of the west, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies again tonight. Lows dip down to about 39. High temperatures reach up to 52 tomorrow. Mainly clear skies. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times and dry. Sunday, clouds on the increase by Monday. Mid-50s Sunday, upper 50s by Monday. A peek at the extended shows, 59 Tuesday, 58 Wednesday, and 60 on Thursday. That's a look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. Right now, 50.
Welcome to the Girl Friday Show. It is Friday, April 11th, and this is the first Friday that you and I have been together in I don't know how many weeks, Stephanie.
Were we together after the home show at all? Maybe once?
Maybe once. I don't remember.
I mean, that was a month ago.
It's been a hot minute. Welcome. It is I, Amanda Bacon, your humble button pusher and music selector for the day, alongside my beautiful co-host, Stephanie Ray.
And I have been here. Like, aside from the Mariners games that we haven't been on, I was here, you were gone. So you got to actually miss Amanda. You didn't get to miss me. I mean, who would miss me? You miss Amanda. She does all the work. That's what I mean. She does all the work.
It was fun. It was nice. Had a little tiny break.
You did. You needed it. You deserved it.
Still could use a little break. If the world right now, if the universe and life would like to just ease up on me for the weekend, that would be real awesome.
Real great.
Because this week was just right in the dumper.
Is it HE double hockey sticks?
It was just a real poop week. So the Girl Friday Show, the most positive and uplifting show in all of KONP's lineup, is brought to you each and every Friday by our friends over at Cocopelli and Hook and Line. Also, our friends over at Fogtown Coffee. Stephanie and I are drinking pink drinks today.
Oh my gosh, these are absolutely superb.
Mm-hmm. This is helping with the week.
Oh, good.
It's very delightful.
Good.
Also, you'll notice that all of our bumper music today has a fashion theme to it, because Stephanie and I are going to be joined in just a few minutes by a couple of people from the Squim Irrigation Festival. We have Libby Ballard and Cherry Bibler here to talk about the Trashin' show that's happening for the Irrigation Festival. It happens Crazy Callan weekend, which is the weekend before the parade, and I was looking at some photos of some of the trashin' that has been done in years past. It's phenomenal.
This is trashy fashion in a very classy way.
It's finding it's not
upcycling.
Yeah, it's not taking waste and making waste into fashion. I've seen license plates used, caution tape used. Those rings, those from like soda cans that you're supposed to cut
tabs
so that turtles don't die in the ocean. Were you told that when you were a kid?
Yeah.
I still cut them. All sorts of different things. It's been great, and I was telling them about my sheet fashion that I made for my friend's birthday party with a fitted sheet and a flat sheet years and years ago. I made a beautiful...
Similar to a toga-ish, sort of.
Yes, it was a strapless gown with matching cape.
Well, at bridal showers, you do the toilet paper dress.
I've heard,
that
yes.
Would be trashy.
Yes. So all of today's themes, all of today's songs have something to do with trashin'.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, it should be a fun day. So we are going to switch gears just a little bit, and we are going to talk to you about what's going on this weekend and into next week in and around our area.
It's time to find out what's going on this weekend in our area. Sponsored by Field Arts and Events Hall. From ball caps to ball gowns, Field Hall is entertainment for all.
Smooth. Ball caps to ball gowns and trashing everywhere.
I love it.
Field Hall welcomes all.
I love it. And thank you to Field Hall, the sponsor of the entertainment segment of the Girl Friday show each and every week that we are on the air. Let's just start with Field Hall like we always do. This isn't starting from today, but it's going to jump to Sunday. It's the Free Jazz Sunday in the Sunset Lounge at Field Hall. This Sunday featuring the Connor Forsyth Trio. This is starting at 11 a.m. with live music at 12. Free Jazz Sunday in the Sunset Lounge with companions Sammy J. Watson on the drum set and Jonas Myers driving the bass. Pianist Connor Forsyth aims to bring some of New Orleans piano heritage to the stage. They are specializing in unique arrangements of jazz and second-line classics from and about the legendary Music City. So very cool, and this is something that you'll enjoy. And again, it's free. General admission seating is first come, first served, not guaranteed throughout the event. And then private premium tables are available by RSVP and $25 donation. So again, that is this Sunday, live music from 12 to 1:30. They have Bloody Marys and Mimosa Bar available from 11 to 2. And the Waterfront Coffee Bar, of course, will be open and offering food and drink from 9 to 3. So get in on that at Field Hall. Now let's jump back to tonight. And just one night only, a cabaret.
That is sold out.
Oh, well, thanks. I'll just move on. Probably should research that, I suppose, but it was still in the announcement, so I just kind of went with it. Okay, well, I won't talk about that, but I will move on to tomorrow. Actually, today also, the Port Angeles High School Thespian Society presents Mean Girls the Musical.
Gosh,
this sounds
so great.
So fun. Of course, adapted from the hit 2004. I cannot believe that's 21 years ago.
Stop.
What? Makes us feel a little old. This award-winning musical took Broadway by storm. Parental guidance is recommended for some mature themes and language, as we probably recall. The high school production will run, it's again today, the 11th, tomorrow, the 12th at 7 o'clock at night. And then on Sunday, there's a 2 p.m. matinee. Tickets are $15 for adults and $10 for students or seniors. Again, this is up at the Port Angeles High School Auditorium. Get in on that. That should be really fun.
The bend and snap works every time.
Oh my gosh. Just love it. Absolutely love it. Looks like the NPBA is putting on the Future Builders Surplus Sale. This is happening at the Clallam County Fairgrounds here in Port Angeles tomorrow from 12 to 3. If you want to get in on building supply discounts, it's open to the public, free to attend. It's a fundraiser for the Future Builders Scholarship Foundation. So that's very cool. Goes
I'm going to try and get up there.
Something good. Oh, you have been talking nonstop about you're like Bob the Builder. You're like the female Bob the Builder.
We've got bungalow updates that I got to get to this year.
Man, building bungalows at your little bacon bungalow.
Honestly, it's just about using power tools and smashing things.
You're like Betty Crocker and Bob the Builder all rolled into one.
That's right, baby.
/singer /radio gal, all of it. Also tomorrow from noon to 3, the community is invited to bring confidential papers for secure shredding to the Port Angeles Food Bank. That's right out there by Walmart on Oak Ridge Drive. The Shred It event will provide professional services by donation, with all proceeds directly supporting the Port Angeles Food Bank. The mission of nourishing our community is a good one. The suggested donation for shredding is a flat $20 to help the food insecurities here in Clallam County, and we know there are a lot of those. So going towards a great cause. Pull out all your secure information that you've been storing up, and it's just not quite secure when it's sitting around in your home. You want to get that all shredded up.
Oh, sure, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Politicians have said that for years.
And all the things we've found out. Imagine that.
That's fine.
Well, bring them all to the Shred event. It's a benefit sponsored by Upleft Financial, the independent financial planning and advisory firm based right here in Port Angeles. For more information, contact the food bank at fundraising@portangelesfoodbank.org. Again, that is tomorrow from noon to 3. Ooh, this looks cute. L'amazing Spring Bazaar.
Ooh.
Llama-azing. Llama-azing.
Got it.
Tomorrow from 9 to 3, the Olympic Peninsula Alpaca Rescue is holding the Llama-azing Spring Bazaar. 9 to 3, Masonic Lodge in Sequim. That's right there on... That's right there on 5th Avenue. You can shop for handmade, unique gifts from local artisans and crafters. There will be animals on site. Amanda, 10 to 2. It's by your house.
Yes, it is.
You can take photos with them and get a smooch. This is so up your alley.
Honey.
And it's actually
making a stop.
Literally up your alley.
Yes, it is.
That is so cool. There will be a veterans activity table to introduce you to the Rescue's Veterans Program. The 4-H kids will be selling Krispy Kreme donuts.
Animals and Krispy Kreme?
Animals, donuts, and photos.
Oh, my.
Animals, donuts, and photos. Oh, my. They're famous for their fabulous raffle. So go and see what has sprung up while you munch on a hot dog and tots. It just keeps getting better.
Okay, the fact that they're serving tots with a llama, and that's such an iconic thing from Napoleon Dynamite, makes me want to go even more. Like, this is amazing.
So Tina's your tots! As he thrusts the pan of tots. Poor Tina. I'm sure there's going to be a llama there named Tina. Yeah, 10 to 2.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. Text any of your questions to 360-670-1652. 670-1652 if you want to know more about the llama-azing benefit. The second Saturday Garden Walk is happening on Sunday from 10 to 11:30. Washington State University Clallam County Master Gardeners will lead a fast-paced walk through the 5th Street Community Garden. That's right at 328 East 5th Street in Port Angeles. Again, that's 10 to 11:30. They'll discuss what needs to be done in the garden. This is something else you'd probably love because you're, again, just garden tools, Betty Crocker, all the things. You can find out what likely problems might appear and what integrated pest management control measures, something else you need, exist with common pests and diseases. Bring your questions and get timely science-based advice. Walks occur rain or shine, and they're free and open to the public. Very exciting. Last on my list, Moss and Motion Dance Therapy. This is happening on Sunday, and this is at Studio Bob. From 1 to 2, there will be an intro to ecstatic dance. If you're new to that, just stop in anytime during that time and get a feel for the vibe. They'll have that 2 to 3:30 will be the dance. 3:30 to 4 wind down. They'll have music by DJ Zebrio. If you've never been to Studio Bob, it's right downtown on East Front Street, 118 and a half East Front Street. Just do the sidewalk entrance and you'll come on upstairs. And then you can arrive and leave as needed. You don't have to stay for the whole thing. And it is for all ages. There will be a $5 to $20 sliding scale donation. So if you want to get into the whole ecstatic dance, it'll be very therapeutic for you. I did. Anyway, get in on that on Sunday starting at 1 o'clock. I got a list. There was the list.
Nice work. I get to go to that sold out event tonight, by the way. The cabaret thing.
Oh, yeah. Rub it in for our poor listeners.
Just saying. It's going to be pretty sweet.
That's really cool.
Pretty sweet.
Are you going with the honey?
I am.
Oh, well, your mom's not here, so of course you are. That is your partner. It's one of the two.
Yes. And since they don't allow me to take my cat as a guest, I guess I'll take the boy.
You could put him in a little basket.
He does not fit in his backpack anymore.
It is National Pet Day.
It is. He's a girthy boy.
Oh, he is getting pretty big.
You're right. He's a girthy boy.
You're right.
But he's cute. All right, we'll be right back with more. Good gravy. All
what
of a
happened?
sudden, I just
came from the south.
Tiny little mini stroke. I don't know. We're gonna grab our guests to talk about the Trashin' Show coming up for the Sequim Irrigation Festival. When we come back, right after this.
Did you know that you could rent all or part of Field Arts and Events Hall for your next meeting, conference, or celebration? Field Hall offers multiple flexible and beautiful event spaces suitable for groups from 20 to 500. Our experienced team of professionals will make hosting your dream event easy. Visit fieldhallevents.org/rentals to request your free quote today.
Ahoy, Port Angeles. This is Steve Burt, Port Commissioner. Set sail for the adventure of the Port of Port Angeles Maritime Festival, June 7th and 8th at the Port Angeles Boat Haven. Explore incredible ships, equipment from the U.S. Coast Guard, and other amazing vessels on display. Meet maritime employers, discover exciting career opportunities, and learn from industry experts, all under one big tent. Enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and live music, while the kids have a blast with fun activities. And don't miss the Flounder Pounder Fishing Tournament. You will reel in the big one. It's 2 days of sea-loving fun for the whole family, and best of all, it's free. Mark your calendars June 7th and 8th at the Port Angeles Boat Haven for the Port Angeles Maritime Festival. Get all the details at portofpa.com. Set your course. We'll see you on the waterfront.
Hey there, Dawn Riling with Olympic Hot Tub. Play, swim, and enjoy low-impact workouts all year long in an endless pool swim spa from Olympic. During our Splash into Spring event, save up to $9,000 on Endless Pools packages and get a free gift bundle including a Bluetooth sound system valued up to $3,200. Ends April 13th. More at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Olympic Hot Tub.
Halibut season is here, and on April 26th, the Lowland Lakes are opening. Stock up now on all the things you'll need for fishing season at Swain's. During the spring work and play sale, get a Mariner Extra Heavy Halibut rod for just $49.87. All Bright Bite halibut leaders and sliders are 15% off, and all reels in stock are 15% off too. And to store it all, the Plano fishing tackle boxes are 20% off. Get over to Swain's today for all your fishing gear during the spring work and play sale.
For 15 years, Anime Cat has fueled your hobby passions with anime, manga, board games, card games, video games, and graphic novels. Whether you visit us to buy or sell, we thank you. Thank you for joining our weekly game events and connecting with fellow gamers in an atmosphere that's as vibrant and diverse as your hobbies. To celebrate 15 years, Anime Cat is having an anniversary sale all day, Saturday, April 26th. Join us for 25% off store-wide. Join us for the sale or visit us any day. We're a half block west of the downtown Port Angeles Fountain.
Solemn vow I was gonna be a lady someday, though I didn't know when or how. But I couldn't see spending the rest of my life with my head hung down in shame. You know, I might have been born just plain white trash, but fancy was my name. She said, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down.
Get it, born plain white trash.
I love it.
Thanks. Once in a while, the elevator goes to the top floor. Welcome back to the Girl Friday show. Amanda Bacon here, along with Stephanie Ray, your regular, well, we're not regular. Your normal, no.
We're out there
standard.
Sometimes.
We're your standard hosts on a Friday afternoon. So ones you typically get. But we are joined in studio today with Libby Ballard and Cherry Bibler. Now, Cherry's hiding. She said that she's just a backup singer. And I said, we're all Gladys Knight tonight. There's no pips. There's no pips. But we've got Libby in studio with us, who isn't afraid of the microphone and is going to be chatting with us about this trashin' show at the Irrigation Festival. Now, Libby, let me ask you, when did this trashin' show begin and why?
It began 3 years ago because Chris Allen and I were sitting around thinking of what we could do and how we could bring more excitement to the Irrigation Festival. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you know this, but the theme of the Crazy Callan Days is actually reuse and repurpose.
Is it really?
It always has been, but nobody knows that.
What a great way to draw attention to that.
I had no idea.
Yeah, me neither.
And I feel like I'm pretty plugged into the festival. I had no idea.
Yes. So Chris and I wanted to kind of bring it back.
Yeah.
Make it full-blown, known. And so this was our brainchild.
So Crazy Callan Weekend is always held the weekend before the big parade. So this year it's held on the weekend of the 5th, right? The 5th
is on May 3rd?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yes. Saturday, May 3rd. That's the one.
That's the one. May 3rd it starts, May 3rd and 4th, and that's correct. A lot of good things happening on Crazy Calendars.
So the Trashin' Show is open to the public. You don't have to have submitted a Trashin' outfit to come to this. And I got to tell you, looking at some of the pictures, I strongly suggest people come to this. People are very, very clever. So tell people what they're going to expect to see at this Trashin' Show and what it really is.
You're going to expect to see everything and anything people can possibly dream up to put together. I know that some people think that it's kind of trashy, but actually some of our outfits have been downright elegant.
They look very couture.
There are some that if I had the body for them, I would wear them out on New Year's Eve for sure. Yeah. They are just smoking hot.
Aww. It's incredible to see. I mean, I was even flipping through the pages of the book that you have, and there was somebody that used old license plates as like the ruffle kind of on their dress. I mean, this is brilliant stuff.
It's outrageous. It's outrageous. And you can use any materials that you want. So anything that needs to be repurposed, you know, or thought of in a different way, you can use. And it's so much fun. And it's so much fun to watch people put things together as well. Because like Cherry and I, we're both seamstresses, but like Chris and some of the other people that have participated, they don't use any sewing techniques at all. It's all glue, duct tape, and some of them are the most elegant outfits you have ever seen. And it just amazes me at the creativity that different people have.
So here's the other thing is that, you know, I'm one that would want to come watch this event because I do not have any talent when it comes to that. However, there's probably someone out sitting there right now thinking, I have a bunch of stuff in a craft room that I'm no longer going to use. How do I make something and participate in this?
Well, yes. Cherry, you want to address that?
Sure. So you can enter the Trashin' Show right up until the day that it happens.
Okay.
And because we really want people to enter and have fun making outfits. And we have had some workshops, but I think they're all over with now. But I would just suggest looking at your materials and letting your imagination go and thinking, what does this material want to be? And don't worry if you're not a perfectionist or not a seamstress. Just go for it. And consider having a partner. Yeah. If you feel like you can do some of the things but not all the things, get yourself a partner who can help you. So,
well, and I want to also point out, you know, we've been talking about the high fashion point of this, but I know that you would welcome some Trashin' that's campy and fun and clever that way. You know, I'm thinking about an old hood vent that I had over my stove, and how great would that look as one of those old-fashioned dresses where the hips go way out, put it over my head. I mean,
that would be so
stunning.
Awesome. So awesome.
Stunning.
Well, we have a person that's, I think she's participated in both of the Trashin' shows that we had, and she knits with plastic bags.
What?
Yeah, she does masks.
Wow.
And they are very campy. It is very cool.
I love it.
It
feels 60s almost to me, because I feel like that's the time when people were a little bit more campy, a little brighter stuff, so a little more out there stuff. And it's so fun to watch. You know, I kind of grabbed some stats. An estimated 92 million tons of textiles waste is produced annually. This waste primarily due to overproduction and fast fashion trends. The U.S., for example, discards 11.3 million tons of textile waste annually, with 85% of it winding up in landfills. So this is not only fun and something it's creative and all that kind of stuff, but it's also a way to really kind of get your mind thinking about repurposing and reusing stuff. We do that around the house all the time with utensils and tables and dressers and all that kind of stuff. We should be learning how to do that with fashion as well.
Oh, for sure.
We should definitely, yes. And that's one of the ideas behind the Trash and Show was we're just fast fashion. Everything is fast fashion. Everything is, you got to buy it new. And that's just not the way it is. I grew up with parents from the Depression, and we remade, both Cherry and I, we remade all the clothes that came our way. And it was fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
And don't you just hate showing up to an event wearing the exact same stupid thing that somebody else is wearing? Senior ball. My
So
senior
common.
ball.
So common.
Showed up the same dress as
And it happens more in a small town.
somebody else.
For sure, because we have so many places to buy clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
So the nuts and bolts of this again is it's Saturday, May 3rd, 5:30 at the Guy Cole Center in Sequim. What is the cost to get in?
Nothing. It's free.
What?
And
Free.
Yes.
It's free to enter also.
It's free.
Really?
And there's cash prizes.
This year, it's phenomenal. We have some really nice cash prizes, and we have 2 categories, avant-garde and functional fashion.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and there's also, I want to mention, an encore show.
Yes.
Yes, on May 10th at Studio Bob's.
Yes, and that's at 6 p.m. And what's really cool, we're going to actually put this flyer on our website. So if you go to the podcast after this, inside the podcast, I'm going to have this flyer, and there's a QR code that gets you information that people can just, download right onto their phone so you can see. I will tell you, it is a lot more expensive to go to Paris Fashion Week than it is to go to Trashin' Week here at the Irrigation Festival. So I really hope that everyone comes out, checks this show out, supports it any way you can, just being there or maybe participating and really letting your creativity fly.
And there's no cost to participate either. We just want you to come enjoy. Don't be afraid. Everybody's just in it for the fun. And just enjoy the moment. And right after the Trash and Show, you can walk down to the band shell and see Amanda Bacon.
I didn't even ask her to say that. That's amazing.
And if you are going to do that and you are in the Trash and Show, make sure you leave your trash on
please, yes.
to go down and watch the band, because how entertaining. You just make it last that much longer.
Probably figure out a song for you to catwalk to. So. Oh, this is exciting. Thank you so much for coming in. Again, this is the Sequim Irrigation Festival Trash and Show, Saturday, May 3rd at 5:30 at Guy Cole Center. Of course, the encore performance and showing is going to be Saturday, May 10th in Port Angeles. So if you can't make it to Sequim on the 5th, it's definitely going to be in Port Angeles on May 10th at 6 o'clock at Studio Bob.
But the cash prizes are only for the 3rd.
Absolutely.
The 3rd.
I love it. I have a bunch of stuff at my house.
You are going through a phase right now of getting rid of
Purging.
things. Yeah, she's purging. And any of these things that she's talked about purging would probably go... Maybe you should do it.
I think she should.
Maybe show up to our gig.
I was going to say,
yeah.
and then she shows up wearing it.
Yeah, we'll see. Definitely. I think it'd be really fun. Thank you so much for coming in today. We really, really appreciate it. Thanks for being flexible. They were supposed to be our guests last week, but the Mariners baseball.
The Mariners.
Preempted us.
We say that for 6 months a year.
So we thank you for being flexible and coming in. All right, well, we're going to take another quick commercial break, maybe listen to some news, and when we come back, we're going to hopefully have Chef Michael on the phone so we can talk about what's going on at Kokopelli, since Kokopelli and Hook and Line is the main sponsor of the Girl Friday show each and every Friday. Stick around. We'll have lots more right after this.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
When purchasing a home or land, nobody wants to inherit existing debts or legal issues that could interfere with their property rights in the future. That's why it's important to work with a local title insurance professional and protect your property rights with Owner's Title Insurance. Olympic Peninsula Title has been protecting the property rights of Clallam County customers for over 40 years. Put our team of professionals to work for you. For title insurance and escrow services, opt for Olympic Peninsula Title.
Here's the truth. Too many are still being denied access to the futures we all deserve. That's why the National Association of Realtors is fighting to make fair housing a reality. We are 1.4 million realtors sworn to uphold a code of ethics that sets a higher standard for fairness in housing than federal law. Together, we'll hold each other accountable until the fight for fair is won. Because this ad won't end discrimination in real estate, people will. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
This is a special report from ABC News. I'm Michelle Franzen. Tomorrow, American products face a 125% tariff from China. It's China's response after President Trump imposed 145% tariffs on Chinese goods. So far, no talks to walk back the trade turf battle. ABC's Karen Travers is at the White House.
The strategy when it comes to China is to say, we're waiting for your call. The president yesterday was asked about engagements with China and whether he could say who has reached out at this point. And the president said he did not want to get into that. But he is very much making it clear he wants to have a conversation with China's President Xi. But the White House does not seem willing to make that first phone call, that they're waiting for China to be the ones to reach out. And it does not seem like China is going to do that.
In the past 6 days, the S&P has now lost nearly $3.5 trillion. That's where millions of Americans have their 401ks and retirement accounts. Today, a small rally on Wall Street, ending in positive.
Here's your News Radio KONP forecast, brought to you by Olympic Game Farm. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times this afternoon, with daytime highs approaching 50. Winds out of the west, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies again tonight. Lows dip down to about 39. High temperatures reach up to 52 tomorrow. Mainly clear skies. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times and dry. Sunday, clouds on the increase by Monday. Mid-50s Sunday, upper 50s by Monday. A peek at the extended shows 59 Tuesday, 58 Wednesday, and 60 on Thursday. That's a look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. Right now, 50.
With so many choices for deliveries, how convenient is it that you've got an option for the perfect cup of joe, too? Fogtown Coffee in Port Angeles delivers. We offer a no-cost delivery for orders to businesses of $20 or more within city limits. Call 360-504-3509 for delivery or download the Joe Coffee app. Just text coffee to 474747 and order ahead for store pickup. You can even schedule a specific time. Fogtown Coffee on Front Street, your front door coffee delivery headquarters.
Are you in love with your pickup? This is Dale from Wilder Auto, and we Northwesterners love our trucks. They tow our boat or trailer, haul our treasures, and get us there safely in snowy weather. We've got a lineup that you'll fall in love with, too. From the Tundra, Tacoma, to the Titan or Frontier, the Honda Ridgeline, to our full lineup of Ram trucks, we have great options for you. New or used, plus the Wilder Advantage. We'd love it if you'd stop by and check us out, or 24/7 at wilderauto.com.
Love it.
You know, fashion, trashin', it's very, very similar. And I got to tell you, some of the pictures, like I said, that I saw were quite high fashion-y, made out of trash.
It's amazing.
Incredible.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So talented.
Very cool. A little spray paint, a little duct tape.
Goes a long way.
It's a great day. Next up, Beep Beep, we have Chef Michael on the line from Cocapelli Grill, the main sponsor of the Grill Friday show, the tried and true sponsor that's been sticking around with us for years and years and years. Chef Michael, how the heck are you, buddy?
I'm great. I got both my girls.
Isn't it weird?
How cool is that?
What's going on, man? I feel like we haven't talked in 1,000 years.
I know.
He's open for lunch.
We're open for lunch, Coke Pellies, and blowing and going, and next week we're going to be open 7 days a week at Hook and Line, and we're opening an hour early at Hook on Friday and Saturday, so we'll be open at 11 instead of noon, trying to catch some of those early birds.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're having a lot of fun.
Well, what's next on the calendar? I mean, I know we're getting into the season and stuff, but is Mother's Day the next big thing that you have coming up at the restaurant?
Yeah, and I don't have the menu worked out yet, but Robert and I will sit down and hammer that out here pretty quickly.
But we want people to start thinking about the fact that they should be making plans to have Mother's Day brunch, lunch, dinner at Kokopelli.
No, we're not going to do brunch anymore. We just do dinner.
See?
We stopped doing brunch 2 years ago. So.
I'm always the last to know anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So, Chef Michael, what about this weekend? What's going on this weekend? What are we going to see on the fresh sheet?
We're doing, of course, our fresh oysters, either grilled in the half shell or we're doing with the fresh with a mango de gallo, so kind of a little bit of a Mexican theme for the fresh oysters. We're doing ahi poke tuna with wasabi aioli, sriracha mayo, avocado, wonton chips.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh, my gosh. We're doing that both lunch and dinner on the fresh sheet. We're doing fruit de mer on the fresh sheet at lunch, so it's clams, halibut, salmon, shrimp, shallots, garlic, tomatoes, basil in a saffron broth over pasta. And then at dinner, we're doing kind of the same thing except for a seafood stew, cioppino, except for it's going to be over roasted Yukon tomatoes and with fresh rosemary and cream. And at lunch, we're doing this really cool Reuben. It'll probably be gone by this weekend, so if you want a really cool Reuben sandwich, I smoked the brisket ourselves.
Oh, man.
With sauerkraut, Gruyere, homemade dressing. Yum, yum, yum. It's one of my favorite sandwiches in the world.
That sounds delicious. Now,
yeah, and then we're doing...
go ahead.
And then last thing for dinner on the fresh sheet is we're doing a 14-ounce pan-seared, all-natural Newport ribeye.
Yes.
14-ounce. Yeah.
Yes.
With tricolor roasted carrots, rosemary compound butter, and serving it with Dungeness crab mac and cheese. Oh, my God.
Oh, Chef, that sounds really good. That's absolutely what I would order. Now, I have a question for you. Were you listening this morning with the new dessert that was created over on the East Coast, Schmoisters?
Schmoisters?
Yeah, it was disgusting. I didn't know if you had them, though. It's marshmallows. It's s'mores on top of an oyster, so it's Schmoisters.
Oh, no. Take it away.
That's what I said.
I can't even wrap my brain around that one.
I told Todd, I said, first of all, if you want a woman to eat your dessert, don't ever put the name or the word moist in the middle of it. So schmoisters, like, no, I'm not ordering that ever.
No. and oysters and chocolate and marshmallows? I don't think so.
No. Thank you. Thank you for bringing sanity to the PNW. We appreciate that. Chef Michael, do you have reservations still available tonight or this weekend?
Yeah, just get online at kokopelli-grill.com and there's a cool reservation button on our new website. You can do it yourself. Parties of 6 or more, you still have to call the restaurant. You can call the restaurant anyway. Usually before 11 or 12 o'clock, I'm the one taking those reservations, but feel free to call 360-457-6040. And for all the people that are putting off making their catering, banquet, family reunion, wedding stuff, if you're interested in me doing it, you better get on it because my calendar this summer is pretty full. So
I just sent your info off to my buddy.
Yeah.
And okay. You're there so early. You said you're the one that's accepting, the reservations earlier in the day. And I know that you're there very early on your lunch days because my mother said she saw you early in the morning out on her morning walk just the other day.
Yeah. I just saw your mama.
She said it was so nice to see Michael. I don't know why he was at work so early. I said, well, they're open for lunch now.
Yeah, well, I'm always here. I'm the first one here in the morning anyway. It doesn't make any difference.
Regardless. Well, she's going to be looking for you daily now.
Yeah, you guys look so much alike. It's uncanny.
Yeah,
everybody says that.
I love it.
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman.
Aw, thanks.
Yep, truly.
And so are you.
Thanks, Mike.
Both of y'all.
Aw.
Chef Michael, thank you so much for being the sponsor of the Girl Friday show all these years. We truly appreciate you, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We not only appreciate your business, but also your friendship, which I think we value even more.
Absolutely. You sing into my heart, girls.
Aww.
Well, you take care of yourself. We'll talk to you in a week, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks. Have a great weekend.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Mike. You too.
Chef Michael, what a doll.
I know. I love it.
It was great. We were walking, I don't know what we were doing, and we ran into Chef Michael. Well, there was a couple of things we were doing. We ran into him at the wedding expo, and then we ran into him when he was out back of the restaurant.
That's where my mom saw him.
Yeah.
I think she went around the corner to, accost him. Like, oh my gosh, I see him.
1,000% accosted him when we saw him. Yeah.
I see. He's so famous around town.
Just
he
precious.
is. He is.
All right, well, we're going to take our last commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the delicious beverage that Stephanie and I are sipping on from our friends at Fogtown Coffee. And then if we have time, I have some fun animal facts for you, since today is National Pet Day.
So exciting.
It really
Go
is.
home and treat your pets tonight.
He gets treated every single day.
He's spoiled.
Stinking cat. He's lucky he's cute.
Cats are spoiled.
I know, as they should be. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Splash into spring with an endless pool swim spa from Olympic Hot Tub. Play, swim, and exercise all year long. Save up to $9,000 and get free Bluetooth music. Ends April 13th. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Your community-minded friends at First Fed bring you the Community Corner, highlighting good things happening right here in our area.
You have building or remodeling supplies left over from a recent project? Why not donate them to the NPBA for this Saturday's Future Builders Surplus Sale at the fairgrounds? If you have extra doors, windows, bricks, paint, and other building and remodeling supplies, the MPBA would greatly appreciate your donation. Drop off your leftover supplies Thursday and Friday this week at the fairgrounds, or by calling the MPBA office 452-8160 to arrange a drop-off. That's 452-8160. And if you're looking for a great deal for your next project, don't miss the Future Builders Surplus Sale this Saturday at the fairgrounds. From noon to 3, the annual surplus sale offers deep discounts on building supplies while raising funds for the NPBA Future Builders Program. See you Saturday at the Clallam County Fairgrounds.
Community Corner, presented by First Fed.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Finding reliable home services in our area can be a challenge. But when it comes to glass, windows, and doors, trust the experts at Hartnagel Glassworks. Our employee-owned glass teams have over 80 years of combined installation experience, and with a 100% 5-star rating on Google, our customers can't be wrong. We handle sales, installation, repairs, and replacements for windows, glass and exterior doors, shower enclosures, railings, and more. Do not fall for out-of-town window companies with questionable sales tactics and insanely high prices. Stick with a team you can trust. We're local, employee-owned, and the choice of homeowners and builders who know quality work matters. And if your project qualifies for energy rebates, we'll handle the paperwork. As the weather improves, wait times increase, so don't wait. Contact us today. Get more info by going to hbsglassworks.com. And as always, we deeply appreciate you for shopping local and employee-owned.
Being a family caregiver can be rewarding, but it can also be expensive. Search caregiver compensation programs at the AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub, developed with support from United Healthcare. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org.
You keep saying you got something for me. Something you call love, but confess. You've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin'. And now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
All together now.
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
I mean, boots are fashion.
Yeah. I mean, that song is a given.
I thought so.
Duh. If you're me, it's all about shoes. Shoes, hoodies, jeans.
Shoes and hoodies and jeans. Welcome back to the Girl Friday Show, brought to you each and every Friday by our friends over at Kokopelli and Hook and Line. Thank you so much, Chef Michael, for taking time out of your day to talk to us. I know you're a busy, busy man.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we're going to be talking a little bit about the beverages from our other sponsor, Fogtown Coffee. And, of course, pink is my favorite color, so I'm digging the drink today. Plus, it's delicious. Well, it's pretty and delicious.
It is the most beautiful color of pink, too. It's not just your average pink. It is just, it's a fruity.
I would 1,000% paint my cabinets this color.
This is beautiful. It's like a bubblegum pink almost.
Yeah.
It
little
really
darker,
is.
Like a...
It matches our Sweet Doreen's sweater slash hair.
Today.
I mean, look at her.
I know. Isn't she cute?
She is darling. I said the drink matches you.
Yeah.
I should give it to you. But I'm not gonna.
But we're not going to. We drank
I'm
it.
Selfish. So the pink drink consists of dragon fruit, strawberry, and coconut milk. And like I heard the fruit and then the coconut milk, I was like, no.
It's so good.
It's so good. You just mix it right up, and it is beautiful, aesthetically beautiful, and just absolutely delicious. And if you're looking for something refreshing this weekend, I hear it's going to be a nice weekend.
What? Really?
Well, Maddie said it, so it has to be right.
Okay.
And she delivered the drink, so I'm going to go with what she says. Whatever.
She's smart.
She is smart. So head on over to Fogtown if you've never been there before. They are located right at 1105 East Front Street on the corner of Front and Chambers. They're open 6 to 5 Monday through Saturday and 7 to 4 on Sundays. If you want to see what specials they might have going on, check them out on Facebook or Instagram. Just type in Fogtown Coffee. It'll pop right up. And aside from all of the coffee and spritzers and smoothies and all of the things they also have merch. You can get a hoodie. You can get
my favorite hoodie.
Beanie. It's so soft. And I have the crew and the actual, hooded version. They also have their own coffee, the beans, the cups. You've got a cup from there.
Campfire cup is my favorite.
Campfire cup. And I bought somebody a regular ceramic mug. So they have it all there. And food.
Oh my gosh, their food. Their breakfast croissant situation is the best thing around. It's the best thing around.
To die for. And they also have the real breakfast sandwich that you can get there fresh, not, frozen like some places. But it is absolutely wonderful. And then of course all the snacks, the bagels and the muffins and all of that. So head on over to Fogtown and get yourself a yummy, delicious, refreshing treat or a hot coffee and some lunch or breakfast. But thank you to Rose and Maddie and Whitney and the whole crew at Fogtown for being a sponsor of the Girl Friday Show each and every week.
I'm very excited to think about, is it next weekend? Is next weekend our Easter egg hunt?
Yes. And I should probably quickly mention that you can get out and get your registration slips this week. Just tune in and listen to all of the places that you can pop in and grab
Fogtown
those.
Coffee is one of them.
Yes, they are. And just, there's so many places. I think there's 15 of them, but you can find out on our Facebook page,
on our
website.
On our Facebook page, we have the event pinned. We have the Easter egg hunt pinned.
Great.
We've tagged a bunch of businesses in it. And then also it has the event information, when it is, where it is, and where all the locations are. So that's all on our Facebook page.
Perfect.
I'm sure I can probably put something on our website too. It's just only so many hours in the day, folks.
It's out there, but it is next Saturday, so mark it down. It starts at 8:15 at the fairgrounds in Port Angeles.
I'm just saying you'll be able to stop probably and get coffee at Fogtown on your way there.
On the way. They're open that early.
Mama like. Mama like. So you have a pet. or two.
I do have two.
I know you do. And I do have some facts on birds and exotic pets too, because I didn't want to. Also, by the way, I was really excited to tell you about this really cool house that has 5 blue macaw parrots flying around in the window. And then I realized it was a dream I had last night. So I should probably dial back that medication that I took.
I do have a macaw, and I just thought of it's his 1-year anniversary that we got him in 2 days from now.
Oh, my stars.
And he's going to be 3. He's
Blue.
precious. Blue.
Little 3-year-old Blue.
Yes.
Well, to survive, every bird must eat at least half its own weight in food each day.
I believe it.
A bird's heart beats 400 times per minute while they are resting.
Oh.
Americans own more than 60 million pet birds.
Really?
Large parrots such as the macaw and cockatoo live more than 75 years.
We have a lot of time left. I think our bird's going to outlive us, for sure.
This one's for Todd, because he's a huge snake lover. A garter snake can give birth to 85 babies. Babies. And ferrets are currently the 3rd most popular pet in the U.S. There are an estimated 8 to 10 million ferrets in the United States being kept as pets.
I don't like ferrets.
Oh, they're cute.
They're cute, but I
smell
would
weird,
never
but
have
they're
one.
Cute. Fun facts about dogs. Dogs only sweat from the bottom of their feet. Dogs have about 100 different facial expressions.
Yes, they do.
Yes, and they're so good at working them. Dogs have about 10 vocal sounds.
Aww.
You'll want to remember that. There are more than 350 different breeds of dogs worldwide. And contrary to popular belief, dogs aren't colorblind. They can see shades of blue, yellow, green, and gray. The color red registers on a grayscale in a dog's vision.
Oh.
And using their swiveling ears like radar dishes, experiments have shown that dogs can locate the source of a sound in 6/100ths of a second.
They're so smart. They hear it and they just...
So if he's ignoring you, it's very much on purpose.
Ignoring.
Fun feline facts. Cats do not have sweat glands. Cats have over 100 vocal sounds as opposed to 10 that dogs have. Well, a pack of kittens is called a kindle.
Oh.
And a pack of adult cats is called a clouder.
I knew that one. I didn't know the Kindle.
An adult cat can run about 12 miles per hour and can sprint at nearly 30 miles per hour.
How was that again? I wish you could see her.
The nose pad of each cat has ridges in a unique pattern, not unlike a person's fingerprints. And cats have better memories than dogs. Tests conducted by the University of Michigan concluded that while a dog's memory lasts no more than 5 minutes, a cat's can last for up to 16 hours, exceeding even that of a monkey's or orangutan's.
I believe it.
My cat's memory lasts about 5 seconds.
I believe it. He's a little ADD.
He's something, but he cute.
His brain's bouncing all over all the time.
Real cute. His new, you know what? I'm never going to say it on the air because it'll paint it like. I will tell you that along with these bird fun facts, you should ask my boyfriend about his bird story sometime.
Oh boy, is it a good one or is it a scary one? Oh.
That's what it is.
Oh, man.
All right, everybody, that's going to put a wrap on the Girl Friday show. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Stephanie. It was a pleasure being on air with you again after a month's.
Finally.
Feels like a month.
Finally.
Yeah.
And we'll be here together again next week.
God willing.
Oh, you better be.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Since 1945, Newsradio KONP has been your source for news and community. We are Newsradio KONP Port Angeles Squim.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. A key ruling by a judge in Louisiana today deciding the Trump administration can move ahead with deportation plans of Columbia University grad student and pro-Palestinian activist Khalil Mahmoud. He was detained for protests on campus last year. ABC's Armando